Top 5 African countries with the strongest juju and witchcraft in Africa.
You're welcome, Mr. Okpo. I hope you have some good news for me today. Mind you, I won't take anything less than good news.
Forgive me.
Well, no problem. Go ahead. Make it brief, I've got some stuffs to take care of.
Today, I want to brief you on 5 top African countries that have the strongest juju and witchcraft. Give me some moment to amaze you.
Interesting.
Africa, a continent steeped in rich cultural traditions and diverse belief systems, is home to a vast of ancient practices and mystical beliefs. Among these are the traditions of juju and witchcraft, which hold sway in various regions, shaping the lives and perceptions of the people who dwell there. I personally went down each countries to verify what I'm about to tell you, Jessica. In neighboring Ghana, the practice of witchcraft, known as juju or powers, is so much everywhere you go. People are not even shy to display their powers anymore.
I see.
Traditional priests, known as malems, or torpes, are revered for their ability to communicate with spirits and cast spells. The belief in juju is so strong that even high-ranking officials and businessmen seek the guidance and protection of these mystical practitioners.
Give us 2 bottles, please.
Yes, Mom. Nigeria is the second country that comes up next. Often regarded as the heartland of juju, boasts a long and storied history of mystical practices. Here, juju priests, known as babalaos, wield considerable influence, using their knowledge of herbs, potions, and incantations to heal, protect, or curse. The power of juju is deeply ingrained in Nigerian society, influencing everything from politics to personal affairs. Sadly though, many of the youths are now seeking black powers to make wealth. They sacrifice everything just to make money, including parts of their own bodies for that matter. Their leaders are not left out, charms and talismans are their protection guards.
Very weird, I must say. These 2 countries are known for their high Christian dominance. Church activities are so common, with massive prayers convocations. But
indeed weird. If I hadn't gone there myself, I won't have believed the sad realities.
the fact is the fact. Kindly continue.
The remaining 3 would definitely shock you.
Excuse me. Down with cold.
Moving southward, the East African nation of Tanzania is renowned for its strong belief in witchcraft, known locally as afafuko. Here, witch doctors are consulted for a variety of reasons, from healing illnesses to warding off evil spirits. The belief in witchcraft is so deeply ingrained in Tanzanian culture that even modern, educated individuals often turn to witch doctors for help. Witches are often portrayed in a negative light, and many of those labeled as witches are subject to violence and cruel treatments. I was informed about an elderly woman who was attacked by a gang of villagers. The crops in their village were failing, and as a newcomer the woman was blamed for the event. The villagers broke down her door in the middle of the night and attacked her with a machete, chopping off an arm at the elbow and leaving her partially blinded. She survived the assault. Her family are seeking legal redress through the courts, but trying to use the legal system to adjudicate on matters of witchcraft is complicated. In the West African nation of Liberia, the practice of witchcraft, known as juju, is deeply intertwined with traditional beliefs and practices. Here, witch doctors, known as juju men, are believed to possess the power to heal, protect, or harm individuals. There's this particular ritual that recently drew the attention of the world to the nation's situation.
Sorry. I guess I need fresh air.
God punished that fluid. I was really enjoying this story. Or, perhaps, the juju is making Madam Jessica to have fluid. God damn it.
For several years now, rights and other interest groups have been strongly advocating for the abolition of several harmful traditional practices in Liberia. One such traditional practice is trial by ordeal, locally referred to as Sassywood. The practice is said to have started in Liberia many generations back, and breaking this deep-rooted cultural belief remains a challenge. They have loved it because they believe in it. Whenever there is a problem, they practice sassywood to clear their doubt. There are various kinds of sassywood, or trial by ordeal, performed against people accused of committing crimes or who are said to be involved in witchcraft. In one sassywood ritual, a machete is put into a fire. When it gets red hot, the machete is rubbed on the legs of several suspects and the one who gets burned is declared guilty. In another type, suspects are given a potentially deadly concoction to drink. It was the drinking of such a concoction that caused the deaths of at least 2 of 7 suspected witches.
That's definitely crazy. It's madness. Do you mean it used to happen some time ago, or it's still happening now?
It has been banned recently. Human rights groups such as FIND, the Foundation for International Dignity, says it is closely monitoring the government's ban. Let's hope for the better. Finally, in the Central African nation of Cameroon, the practice of witchcraft, known as Obasanjob, is prevalent among certain tribal communities. Here, witch doctors, known as Njambi, are revered for their ability to communicate with spirits and cast spells. The belief in Obasanjob is so strong that even modern, educated individuals often turn to Njambi for help.
Hey, what's happening to me?
Post-colonial authorities see the belief in witchcraft and other occult forces as creating a basic impediment to development initiatives in Africa. Cameroon has sought to use all sorts of means, including legal instruments, to contain, if not eradicate, witchcraft. However, the institutionalization of the crimes of witchcraft, magic, and divination has been fraught with obvious problems of proof. The vigorous pursuit of witches by the post-colonial courts has led to rather perverse outcomes whereby the witch doctors, witches par excellence, have emerged as expert witnesses in the courts. By relying on these expert witnesses, the courts are caught in the witchcraft logic, blurring the line between the accused and the accuser. The standard of proof in the courts has become that of the all-in-time conviction due judge, at best a subjective standard. Africa is a continent rich in mystical traditions and beliefs, where the practices of juju and witchcraft continue to hold sway in the hearts and minds of its people. Whether for healing, protection, or harm, the power of juju and witchcraft remains a potent force in shaping the lives of those who dwell in the shadow of its influence.